Hi guys, welcome to another casino scam video. In this video we're going to be talking about poker scam. So we're going to be exposing the poker scams. Now this is a card which is basically, you might be dealt with and it looks normal. And guess what? You can see what exactly it is through an infrared glasses. Now this infrared glasses can be, on a glasses, or it can be on a camera, or it can be built into the a mobile device, which an application, the house could be sitting there and playing with his phone and pretending that he's just browsing around on his screen, but he might be basically looking at your card, for instance. Okay, and we will show you all of these techniques throughout the video, so stick around and we will expose all the scams that is available out there for the poker games, such as Texas Hold'em or Omaha. So now this is basically a card. All right. But look, behind the card, there is a letter. You can see it through either an infrared glasses or through a mobile device, which can actually send an infrared rays in order to read the cards. Or it can be through a camera, which is basically sitting on top of your head while you are sitting in a casino. So let's suppose that you're sitting in a casino or with your friends and all the cards are dealt on the table. It's basically, it's assuming that nobody can see the cards. But hey, here we go. I mean, through an X-ray, you can see exactly what card it is. So there you go. It's an infrared glasses, or through a camera, or through a mobile device, you can read all of these cards. What exactly they are. Okay. So this is the mobile device, which I told you, and it's sitting next to the cards, and it can read all the cards, in orderly fashion. Exactly what they are. There you go. Okay, those are the two cards. Basically, here you go. It can basically tell you exactly what they are with the remote control. Double aces, two aces. So this guy might be just sitting next to you, and he's probably the house or somebody with a device, part of the house, which can actually read those cards. Now let's go into a poker room. Let's assume that you are invited to a poker game with your friends, or you're sitting in a casino, and then you have no clue that the table that you're sitting on or playing with is basically an X-ray table. This is called an X-ray table. An X-ray table, what it does is basically it can project all the cards onto a screen in the back end, and somebody sitting in the back end control room in one single screen can read all the cards what the players have. Now here you go. This is screen, okay? And we're going to be pinpointing exactly where the players are sitting. There you go. Let's suppose a player on the left, okay? And let's see what cards he has. So basically he has these three cards. And so this is player number 1, player number 2, player number 3, player number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now these are the players, and you can clearly see, what each has. So basically this could be somebody sitting in the back end, and he can see all the cards through a device because it's called X-ray table. Now he could be sending out information to a house, and this house could be sitting with the players playing the poker game, pretending that he wants to join the game. So basically he could be opening up his device and then getting all the information from the back end, telling him exactly what player has what kind of cards, so that he can start either dumping, folding, doubling up, or all the tricks that he wants to do in a poker game. Let's suppose somebody has an ace king, and then he might be drawing a flush, and he will know that basically the flush is going to come. So basically he doesn't care if somebody raises because he has an ace. He has a pair of aces. But he knows that he can have nuts in terms of flush. So through these X-ray devices. So these are the really kind of dangerous scams, and this is where people they get caught off guard playing poker, in private poker rooms, and even in the unlicensed casinos. Basically, they could apply these technologies in order to exploit the players. So and there you go. And we have explained that these technologies are available out there, which can read the cards in a very transparent fashion, and then they can start communicating with each other in order to exploit the players. So let's move on to the next one. Let's suppose you're playing poker in the casino, and there you go. The dealer or the house, through the camera on top of your head, know exactly what cards are coming out. Okay. Now this could be a blackjack, or this could be a baccarat, or this could be a poker game. So through the camera and through the infrared rays, actually they can easily know what card is coming out. Okay, and therefore they can take action, especially when the player is starting betting big. They could even alter the cards by knowing what card is going to come out. Okay, it's that easy. Okay, it's not that hard. So there you go. Basically, you can clearly see. You don't need the glasses, by the way. Today you can read them through the camera itself or through a devices which can actually read the cards easily while they are sitting in the deck. There you go. So let's expand this to multiple cards. Let's suppose you're sitting in a casino and the camera above your head can scan through all the decks in the casino and can read them all. They know exactly what player, which card they're going to get, and especially if somebody or some player start, betting big, they can easily alter the card, okay, by knowing which card is going to come out. So this is one of the ways, basically, they can actually manipulate, the cards, especially, when a person starts betting big. And specifically in the private games, you got to be careful, because in private games, you never know. People might be having an X-ray table. They might have devices which can read through the cards, and they could have cameras that they can read through the cards, and they can start communicating with devices between them. And this is why you should never, never, never play in private games, and in a casino, in an unlicensed casino, definitely not. These technologies are available, and this is the reason so many people just consistently they lose. Despite the fact that they got the skills or not, it doesn't really matter. So all right, guys. So I hope that you liked it, and please subscribe to our channel, and please tune in for our next videos. Cheers.